Okay, hello guys. So I'm back. This is CEO Talk with Miss Dream Body Studios. We're gonna wait for a couple of people to join in. This live is for anybody that's in post-op, anybody that's in body contouring, anyone that's teaching classes. Like this live is for you guys. Okay, you guys can ask us questions, especially if you're in body contouring. I don't want you guys to ask us questions about like services, like a class, but ask us some things that you know that's really important. Hey girl, Creative Body Studios. Hey girl. So we are gonna have Miss Mickey join. She's on here from Dream Body. Mickey, do you want me to do Dream Body or do you want me to do your personal page? Just let me know so I can know which one to request you. Or you can request to join the live off of whatever page you want to use. But we're going to talk to Miss Mickey. Okay, here she go. This is the body contouring guru. This is someone that is in post-op recovery. This is someone. Hey,
I'm already here.
girl. Girl, I was trying to introduce you, but I was like,
Look at them teeth. They just glistening.
Yeah, look at your teeth.
You went to Cali, Columbia, right?
Yes.
Okay. I see you got a tour coming up. What
yes.
Did I miss it? It was in April, right?
It's in April, but we trying to go back. And
you went in April already?
Yeah, it's sold out. We go next week, but I got some other dates. So
okay, let me know so I can post it for you,
girl. And listen, we gonna talk about that.
Okay.
We gonna talk
girl,
about
let me get a filter. I'm on here, natural skin.
Girl, get you a lot of filters.
Let me find something. Hold on, let me cut it up.
So while she's doing that, this is Mickey with Dream Body Studios. First of all, he is one of our body contouring gurus. He's been doing it for a long time. She inspired me.
Oh.
She inspired other people. Like, I'm not a hater, so I'll be like, she inspired.
I appreciate it.
She was doing it. She was.
And might I add, you're doing your thing. Me and Crystal been following each other for a really long time.
Yes.
At least by year 2, I've been following Crystal. Her growth has been amazing. I watched her have a baby. Like, I think we kind of went through the same thing. Like, you know, you have kids, you sit down for a little while, then you get back on it. So you definitely been doing your thing.
Thank you.
You had a beautiful baby girl, and you back on it.
You got a beautiful baby too.
Thank you. She right over here.
From the beginning, elevating for a long time.
Thank you. Thank you. And, you too.
Thank you. And my voice go out, y'all. My allergies is acting up. That's all.
And I'm gonna cut on my Wi-Fi. Give me 1 second.
Go ahead.
Okay, 1 second.
Let me wait for everybody that's here. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Well, we got a lot of people on here. Okay. I see Creative Body Studios. Wax Bar. I see all y'all on here. So she is turning on her Wi-Fi, and then we're going to get started. Hey, girl, hey. What's this, Blossom? Hey, girl, Blossom by Josette. I hope I'm saying, hey, girl. Oh, listen, Bobby Wellness Spa, that's my girl. She is on here. She is an actual nurse, guys. Actual nurse. Hello, Pretty Girl 74. Body Style. I see y'all. I'm shouting y'all out because we are all in this industry together. Oh, wait, let me add her. Hold on, guys. Okay, so she's coming back on. She is coming back on, and we're going to get started. Gotcha. Thank you, girl. I tried to say it correctly. Okay, so we got Miss Mickey back. So,
how you
started. She has a post-op recovery home. She has an institute where she teaches everybody. That's big boss. I mean, for you to turn your trainings into an actual institute.
Yes.
So, two body contouring gurus on a post-op home, a post-op recovery. So, I don't know too much about that, but we are going to ask her some things. So, first of all, Miss Mickey, tell us about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Mickey Secure. I've been doing body sculpting since 2015. Well, actually, before that, I was doing it in Miami, but I didn't know a lot of people in Miami. So I'm like, okay, let me go, where I know some people. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. So I came back here and opened my studio here. It's been good since it's open. That's what I tell people. The body field is not going anywhere. It's going to be around for a really long time. Our clientele goes from strippers to doctors to lawyers. Like, we got absolutely everybody from influencers to, like I said, doctors, anybody, to celebrities. Everyone wants to get their bodies together. So the field is not going nowhere. We do the body sculpting right now. We're drifting into the post-op. We want to go towards the surgical, but that'll be later. But right now we're into the post-op, the body sculpting. We do other things like teeth whitening, bee-steam, and so forth. I've been doing it a while. I have, kept getting like Crystal said, kept getting my education over the years. The only advice I would give is to keep going. Like, no matter what.
Keep going.
One thing I know with me and Crystal, we have had kids, and y'all don't know how hard it is. We trying to, balance the babies, balance the business. It's not easy. I know celebrities do it because they got big teams, but it's just us. So I'm so proud of us.
No team.
We hold it together.
Hold it together. And you said that you've been doing this since 2015. So you've been doing this for classes and
so for classes, I started teaching in 2016, and I wasn't planning on teaching, but the reason I started teaching was because I saw people teaching that didn't know what they was doing. So I'm like, okay, I have to teach. Like, just being, me and Crystal know, like, I was like the first one in Atlanta doing it. Yeah. But I'm not a hater. I love to see Black women win. That's my thing. Like, to see people winning, like, that's my goal in life. So I've always been supportive, but I'm like, y'all ain't gonna be teaching these people wrong. So I started teaching them wrong. Right, teaching them all wrong. But I started in 2016, and we just been teaching since. We are pretty much responsible for some of the most beautiful spas you see out. A lot of my students, they're doing their thing, like they're doing it. They're $1 million spas. Like I said, like, you don't have to do injections or all that type of med spa. You can simply be working on a body and clear $1 million easily, as long as you're doing it right. And you don't got to teach. Like, you can do it just doing the services, selling packages. You can make up to $3,000-$4,000 a day because you're selling packages. So that's important. That's what I tell my students. Sell packages. If you don't know how to sell, hire somebody that know how to sell. They're going to pay themselves because they're going to be raking you in way more money. Say you get one client, $100, $180 for a service. You sell a package, you're going to get $300 to $800 to even $1,000 per person. So
you're going to get a lot. And then with you've had a team. Like,
I've had a big team. Yeah.
So me, it's just me by myself. I think that it's more than one person. I had employees, but it didn't work out.
I know how that go. Yeah.
But with you've had like a good team and you stayed afloat. So I think that's amazing because a lot of people can't do that.
Right. But I've had my hiccups. I just don't show it all the time. But, well, for most of the part, I'll let y'all know you probably missed it. When I hire somebody, they do something, I call them out on it and then just let it go. But I've hired people, they have sold from me. I've hired people that came up there just to, learn the business and leave. I've hired all type of people. I've had my trials and errors. But what I tell my students, use your discernment. Like, there's business, but at the end of the day, no matter what you say, no matter how big you want to run your business, you like, I go in McDonald's, they don't know none of those people and It's not like that. You got to treat it like your baby, and you can't just have anybody in there. You got to watch who you hire. Use your discernment. I don't care how good it look on paper. When they get in there, check their vibe. Pray over it.
It's completely different.
Right. Check their vibe. Pray over it before you let them in your company, and then go from there. If you got a bad feeling, I promise you, do not hire them.
And you know what? I'm glad you said that because when you hire people, first of all, Dream Body is yours. You create the energy, you create the vibe that's about to happen. So when you bring somebody in that is not a good fit, you can feel it.
Yeah.
girl, I don't want to fire you, but I'm gonna have to because this is
Yeah.
my
That's
sanctuary.
your baby, and it falls
Yeah.
upon you. I have hired people, and you know, our discernment is strong, but we're not psychic, you know, and I've hired people and had other, you know, other older employees there, and I'm thinking the person is good, and they're like, this woman is crazy, you know, because you don't know. When you're not there, you don't know. I've had people who were totally against surgery come get a job there and treat people, you know, any type of way. Yes, I've had celebrity clients tell me, I ran into someone, I went to an event and I ran into somebody and she was like, I'm like, why you didn't come back? You know, I saw her go somewhere else and she was like, the girl you had, she was against surgery. She was doing it painful. Like, I've had a lot of hiccups, but I just keep going. You know, it's like you gotta go, and then you know I focus on somebody else. So
and your name, your brand is big.
Thank you.
It is big, and
thank you.
I think it's amazing that you can tell these women that, because a lot of people want to hire people, but they're scared.
Right.
I don't even want to hire nobody. I'm like,
you can't limit yourself, Crystal. You're big as well. You very big. You're doing a lot for the community, and I applaud you because a lot of things you do, I would love to do. You know, I would love to be able to reach out and, you know, help them, but I don't be having time, you know, so I appreciate you take the time to say, okay, I'm finna help y'all, and you genuinely help them. And that's so important, y'all. Like, ain't she doing this live? She not asking y'all for no money. She really trying to help y'all. She really getting people that can give y'all advice and help y'all elevate. You know, it's about serving. It's not all about money. So
it's about
I love that
it's
too.
about serving. That is what it's to do. So
right.
I appreciate that.
Of course, of course.
Well, I'm gonna talk about a couple of things. If you guys want to ask questions, please chime in. I don't know if you can see the comments, but I can. So like someone said, Donna, she really appreciates you for coming out to the Fat to Find conference last month.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, she said she's a woman of her word. She's authentic and genuine. So we did get that.
You.
That was so nice. So, okay.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you saw me at AutoZone. Look, she said, oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, I just got a new truck, so I was there trying to get the little tag put on.
See what I'm saying?
So, and it was a guy there too. He put my tag on. He like, no, I'm not charging you. I'm like, here, like, you know, that's the type of person I am.
Yeah,
whatever
like,
you do, I'm gonna pay you. You know, so
we have to tip, and that's a whole nother story. But you guys should tip anyone that is servicing you. Period. But
anyway, we need tips too. Owner or not, we need tips too.
We need tips. That makes us feel good.
And back to you, Crystal. It's time for you to hire somebody. You need to pray over it.
I'm gonna hire somebody. The last two people that I hired, it didn't go so well. I think they got upset because I like to travel, but if I'm paying you, why do it matter?
It's gonna matter. It's gonna always matter. When I tell y'all, this is the obstacles we go through as young business owners. We're hiring people either older, right up under us, or our age. So if they look at you and you're the same age as me and you doing your thing, I'm gonna be looking at you, not me personally, but people we hire, they're gonna look at you like I could be doing the same or or just, you know, to create envy, you know, and it's like everybody's not meant to work every position. Like, it's okay to work.
Envy is terrible. Jealousy and envy, and this industry that we're in is cutthroat. I don't care what nobody say. It is cutthroat.
It is.
And you got to be built for it. You got to be built for it. And that's from your clients to women that's already in the industry. Like, you have to be built for it. If you're not, it's not going to work.
Right. And just like how she's very, you know, open with helping women and, you know, pulling people up in the industry. And sometimes it's hard for me to do that because I have how do you say, empathic? So it's like I pick up on stuff very strongly. So I'm not always able to do that because you're in a room with a million people that do what you do. And then you can feel when somebody, you know, feels something. It's hard, y'all. And it's stuff that I cannot do. You know, it's like
you can feel it
help as much as possible. I can do it online. But, you know, being in that field, it's a lot of different energies. Like,
it's a lot of energies, and to be honest with you, it's you have good people and you have people that really want to do what you do.
yeah, they
They're
want
gonna
to be
see the
you
class next
sometimes.
week.
Yeah.
They're gonna
It's
see
a
you next week.
Some people they like, I'm inspired. I want to be great in my lane. I don't want to be great, like, I don't want to be you. I want to be great in my lane, you know.
Right.
But some people like, I want to be you, you know. So
I want to be you.
right.
Girl. But okay, so Nikki, so we already kind of talked about it, but I want you to tell us what really made you want to start Body Contouring.
Okay, so what really made me start is I went to esthetician school in Florida. I went to Florida College Natural Health. And okay, we're gonna go back to hiring because a lot of people saying stuff about hiring. But I went to Florida College of Natural Health and I was studying the skin. And it just, I liked it. It was fun, but I'm like, this is not what I want to do. I'm like, I'm gonna do something else in that field. I didn't know what. And I just ended up coming across a brochure for the machines at the school. And it was like non-surgical. So I just kept looking into it. I was about 19, 20. I probably was 20, I was about 20, 21 by then, because I came back when I was like 22. But I had already had lipo before. I was already, you know, into the body. Like, if you ask my mom, she always say, this was your destiny, because since middle school, I used to wear fajas. I used to have the bone corsets. If somebody on here who went to school, they'll tell you I used to come to school with the bone corsets, and then I started wearing butt pads. I was obsessed with, you know, my body looking nice. So I just kind of drifted into this. I did more research. And like I said, I came back to Georgia because I knew a little more people. I had family here. In Miami, it's hard to kind of get people to promote with you or do anything. With me moving to Miami, I was there about 3-4 years. When I moved to Miami and I would look on Instagram, I would see people like Shaw, Perez, Toya. Everybody would link and meet together. You know, it was a lot of togetherness. Miami was full of crab in a bucket hate. It's like, I'm not coming to your business to shout you out. I'm not doing none of that. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go to Georgia. And it worked exactly how it was supposed to work. It was in a beautiful alignment. I connected with everyone I wanted to connect with, and they helped my business to grow. I did a lot of, you know, paid promo with influencers and celebrities. And then once they saw, you know, how good the services were, they kept coming. You know, it was free promo for me.
It was a no-brainer for them to keep coming.
Right, because everybody want to get their body together.
Well, that's amazing. I mean, I've seen you work with a lot of celebrities. That's good because you show other people, like, okay, you can work with celebrities. You can pay for promo, or they can genuinely come and support your business. So I think that's amazing that you did that. Okay, so we talked about body contouring. So then what made you get in post-op recovery?
So post-op was like a given. Everybody just started coming for the post-op. It was natural. Like, we were specializing mostly, of course, in the stomach and the butt, but people just started coming for the post-op. We started posting it to the point where our books was full of post-op. So that kind of just worked on its own. Like, we were more, you know, into the non-surgical, but it kind of just, you know, drifted into that lane on its own.
And I bet you, because you were getting clients that got surgery and were coming to you to get these massages that they needed. So it kind of works. And right now we're in the BBLs. People been getting BBLs, but we in the BBLs.
They've been getting them left and right.
Listen, if you get surgery, girl, I always tell people this is a rich blank sport.
Yeah.
You gotta pay for the massages.
Exactly.
You gotta pay for the fajas. Like,
it's a lot of money in it. Long as you do it right, you do it, you know, the best of your ability, you good. One thing I'm gonna say, a lot of people say, it's like, I feel like body sculpting is a secret society. You know, a lot of people
100%.
always get on here, they're like, they don't have these licenses, you know, try to go at each other, try to be petty. Nobody has license. Do you have your massage license? If you don't, close it. You know, people say, I'm a doctor, I'm a nurse, that still doesn't mean, you know, you can do post-op. So it's like a society you can kind of slide in without.
Say it one more time, because people be like, oh, I do massages. And I'm like, okay, you're a nurse. We love our nurses, but you're not a massage therapist.
Yeah, right. Right. So it's like a lane you can kind of creep into, make your million, and then hire somebody. Hire
Yes.
your massage therapist. Like, it's a lot of money in it. And just like she said, that's how you make your money. Your service, your product, like your packages is so much money, but you have to do it right. Like I said, if you don't know how to sell, get a salesperson. Like,
Yes.
some people, okay, I know how to sell you one massage. That's not enough. I need to sell you 10 massages, and I need to sell you this ab board, this Spa Hot, and this cream. That's how you make money.
You need the product. Thank you. The products, the services, and the products. If you're not making money in your sleep, you're not
making enough money. Mm-hmm.
You're not doing it right. Because services, to be honest, when we get these packages, package money can go by until
quickly.
The person comes in.
That's the truth for you, y'all. Look, I like to talk to people who honest. I hate people that put on.
Yeah.
The money goes so quick, especially when you paying somebody. The money goes quick. You, like she said, you need to wake up to your Shopify binging. You need to wake up to it binging. You need to be posting. If you don't want to post it on your page every day, post it in your story every day. You gotta sell products. There's no way around it.
It's no way around it, because that $1,000 package, when
it's gone,
it's gone. And you see,
and you working hard for it too, because you're doing 10 massages. So it ain't like they just throwing it at you and you finna relax. Versus you selling a product, you laying down and bing. All you gotta do is go there and ship the product. So
go there, and you know what? I love your products.
Thank you.
Amazing, because your products are. I like people that sell products and you see the results.
Right.
People sell products and I don't see any results.
Right.
And with yours, I do. So it's a product
that
people want to buy. You're welcome. It's a product people want to buy.
Right.
And I tell people, don't sell me a product and you don't even use it.
Right. And I use mine every morning. You can look at my skin. I use it every morning with the pills. I use that when I do use my mini fat burner. I don't use it every day, but when I do, I show it to y'all. Like, I'm very, strict on that. Like, I can easily pay a celebrity and they can just post it for me, but I'm like, no, I want to show y'all it works. I'm using it every single day.
You use it every day, and then the thing that I like is that you're telling people, hey, you can use this, but you have the services to back it up. The products, and you don't use your products, or you don't have no services.
Right.
Nobody's gonna buy.
It goes hand in hand. Yep.
It goes hand in hand.
Thank you.
It goes hand in hand. So, okay, well, we kind of talk about it, but why do you think it's important for ladies to go to a recovery house? You have a recovery house.
Yes.
I had surgery.
Oh, it's stressful.
With Airbnb because I was looking at a recovery house and it wasn't getting back to me on time. So I was going to go to Airbnb.
Yeah. Did you have somebody to take care of you? Did you have somebody to take care of you at the Airbnb?
So I had someone to take care of me, a nurse. But I looked at a recovery house, and you can't find a lot. You can find a recovery house, but their reviews and yours are good.
Thank you.
So you're welcome. So what makes you think? Why do you think it's important for people to go to a recovery house?
So I think it's important to go to a recovery house because it's certain recovery house. You want to go to a recovery house that they have some type of medical background. When it comes, once again, when it comes to the body sculpting and stuff, y'all, I told y'all it's a secret society. We don't talk about the license till you get to the class. But when it comes to post-op and staying at a recovery house, we want you to have some medical background or really, really, really know what you're doing. At least know how to check vitals. At least know how to check their blood pressure and stuff. That's why that's important, because you know their pressure could be dropping. It could be anything after surgery. They just went through a really major surgery. No matter how many people get BBLs or lipo, and it seems like, oh, it's just nothing. It's a major surgery that was just done to you. Your body is open on the inside. So it's very important that you're healing properly. It's good to have someone who's knowledgeable so they can have you elevated, so they can make sure you're eating the right foods. A lot of people say, oh, my cousin will come help me and so forth. And that's good. You know, that's okay. But they can't check your vitals. If your blood pressure could be dropping, or if you have high blood pressure right now, you will want somebody to be able to check that for you. That you want somebody to show you how to, elevate yourself and so forth. So that's why I think it's important. And even down to eating right. Your cousin is going to know what you need to eat. They're going to say, oh, I'm going to run a Popeyes for you real quick. You you want to have somebody who know what they're doing. I think that's why I think it's really important. You know, you want to have somebody knowledgeable.
And I think that's true because if you eat a lot of salt, it'll feel like your skin is pulling. That you're swelling. It hurts. You bleed a lot. Like I know me, I almost fainted in the shower. If I would have had my mom there, who's not a nurse, homegirl,
Yeah.
what would have happened to me?
Yeah.
What would have happened? And I think people just open recovery homes because they see, okay, it's a lot of money coming in.
Exactly.
But they could die.
Yeah. And now you're on the news.
Die. And
now you're on the news, and now they're trying to figure out, okay, where your license? You know, like it's a thin line. I don't suggest nobody play with that. You know, you can't play with opening a recovery house. You taking care of people after a major surgery. If something happened to them, it's on you. You go to jail. It's like, come on now.
You're gonna go to jail.
Yeah.
If
something happened once, something can happen one time and you're done with. Like people, they're gonna keep talking about it. Someone died, even if it's the surgeon's fault. It's still somebody passed away there. Did you check their vitals? Did you see that they had chills? Do you know how to check for any of this? Like, are you looking in their face? They look a little faint. You know, you got to know how to check for it. Something.
And
you know?
when you leave the surgery center, the doctor is going to take care of you or do whatever. To that recovery house, that's all on you. Story. You're bleeding. It's just a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah.
It's a lot.
So it's nothing to play with, y'all. Like, it's nothing to play with. Like, I would say get proper training. And if you're going to open a business, I would just say hire somebody. Like, even when it comes to the lymphatic massage, just hire a massage therapist that know how to sell. So now, you know, they selling, they making money for you. On top of they got those licenses to do that. You know, I know I joke and I say the stuff about the license, especially with the body scope then, but you gotta know when it comes to post-op, y'all, this is major. You know, it's really major. Like you gotta know what you're doing.
Sensitive. You cannot be sensitive because women are healing.
Yeah.
They are healing, so you have to be ready for whatever.
And they're in a lot of pain. They're not nice. And they already done paid for this major surgery, so they don't want to give you a dime at the end of the day. So when you do one little thing, you finna go on those pages, them post-op pages that post reviews of everybody. You probably even did nothing, but you know.
You're gonna go on there, and that's another thing. You cannot be sensitive in this industry because these blogs will rip you apart.
And don't get on that bad side. I be feeling so bad for people. Because they'll argue with them back and forth. As soon as you do one thing, they're on your head. Like, don't go to her. Y'all
don't go to her. Wasn't time for my meal, or she was 5 minutes late, or like.
Look, y'all, I've seen 2 influencers open post-op recovery homes and close them because they couldn't handle it.
It's too much.
You gotta know what you're doing. This is not no money come up. Like, it's not it. Even if you get people because you got a name or anything, they're going to shut you down. Like, they just, you know, they're not nice.
They're not nice. They're not nice. And one thing I can say, I'm a straight shooter, and I believe you are a straight shooter. So it's
especially when it comes to that, yeah.
Toe to toe, or we not going to do it? What we going to do?
Look, it's either or. Like,
what are we going to do? Because, no.
Fumbling to get, look, somebody said me fumbling to get their pain meds.
Right, and then you be
like, come on, let me take care of this lady. Yeah, it's been really tough. It's not easy. You know, I have a group. It's the Spa Girls Connect group.
Yes, I love it.
And I tell them, I'm so honest with them, and I'm like, they probably thought I was being a hater when I be telling them thank you. When I be telling them, don't jump to open a recovery house. It's a lot of sell products. You know, I like to be super transparent, and it's a free group to show them I'm gonna help y'all with what I can. I know I'm not free all the time, but when I know something, I just want to help you. I don't want you to make the same mistakes. That's the goal, for you not to have to make the mistakes that I made. You know, I've been doing it a while. That means I can make some mistakes, and I know I can bounce back from it. But if I can stop you from going through it, I'm gonna do it. Like I tell them, do not.
It's the
Right.
same. So you can't just open up a recovery house and you don't know nothing about this business.
Right. And you're gonna lose a lot of money in the beginning. And
Ooh.
it's a lot of work. It's just not easy, you know, and it's a lot of work. I'm like, if you got $10,000 to go ahead and open, I'm like, buy you a bulk of products or make you a bulk of products and then find you a celebrity to promote with. A big one, you know, couple thousands, then 3-4 posts, you done made probably 50K. You know, ain't no telling.
That makes sense.
That's easier, you know, than opening a whole home. Then you got to go out and you have to market with all of these doctors, especially in Georgia. It's hard. Miami might be a little easier. But Georgia, these doctors want to be post-op specialists, so it's not easy.
They want to be post-op specialists and the doctors. It's like in Miami, they understand.
Look, in Miami, they just want to do surgery. They want you to do all the other work. They don't want to do nothing. They want to do your surgery and keep doing surgery. You do post-op, you do the faja, you do everything. Down here, they want to do the surgery. They want to sell fajas. They want to teach a post-op class. They want to have a recovery home.
They want to be so greedy. It's like crazy. Doing the surgery already. Oh my goodness.
Hi. Okay, I'm on live. Go sit down. Go get you some cookies. Bye. Yeah.
But they want to be everything.
They want to be
everything.
You can't. Like leave some room. You know, like if I was a surgeon, let me do the lipo and y'all handle the rest. You know.
Because the aftercare is no joke. The aftercare that's the hard part.
That's the hard part.
That's the hard part. Okay, so we're gonna say, let's see. The importance of aftercare after you leave your recovery house. Please tell them how important that is.
Okay. So my take on when you're leaving, of course, you guys know if you got a BBL, do not sit on your butt.
Right.
Of course, go get your post-op massages. Of course, check your body. If you feel like you have a tummy tuck or something and it's splitting, or you have incisions and it looks like it's opening or mucus is coming out, first take your antibacterial medicine. That's really important for one, because a lot of people don't take that. They'll take 2 or 3 and then they'll start getting then taking their pain medicine and they're done with that. But that's what keeps you from getting infection. So if you see any pus coming out, you see anything you feel maybe not good, report to your doctor, your nurses, or anybody. Of course, keep up with your massages. When you're picking a post-op place, make sure it's a good post-op place. Don't let just anybody do your massages. And just because you go to somebody and they're putting a bunch of pressure on you, that does not mean they're doing it right. You know, it doesn't even take all that. It's gonna be sore. Right. It's gentle. Right. It ain't too gentle, but you gotta know how to do it. You know, if somebody's pressing down and you in there crying, just leave. You know, you don't have to go through that.
They'll press that hard, or they'll go so light. It's like they rubbing lotion. It's like,
exactly.
Girl, what are you doing?
And your post-op is important. Wear your ab board. A lot of people don't like to wear their ab board. They like to just put on their faja or don't put on the faja at all. But you already know, put on your faja, wear your ab board, because all that swelling is right there. You can have it smooth. Even if you're forming fibrosis, wear your ab board, because that's going to help prevent that. Like, I push that more than the faja, but you got to wear it with the faja. But still, it's like, wear your ab board. That's going to keep your stomach so smooth, so flat. Make sure you wear your ab board. When you get home, of course, eating right. That's a big issue with a lot of people. A lot of people get it mixed up with, I need to feed my fat. I need to feed my butt fat or whatever. Whatever you're going to lose, you're going to lose it. Like, trying to feed it, trying to do all that, you're just going to get big all over. So
you're going to get big all over, because it may not go to your stomach, but it's going to go to your arms, your chin,
exactly, your thighs. Whatever you're going to lose, right? And don't, try to blame your post-op person or nothing. You lose about, what is it, about 50%, right?
Yeah, you lose between 30 to 50% of the fat that's in your
right. And that's just going to happen.
You're going to lose it. And especially if you're not wearing your fajas. I don't understand why people get these surgeries and don't wear their fajas.
They don't want to wear their fajas.
It's uncomfortable.
It's so important.
Wear it.
I recommend if anyone can find an egg beater seat gel cushion to get it, it's better than that. Okay, so she said the egg beater seat gel cushion.
Okay, I gotta look that up. Me, I'm a stomach sleeper, so when I got my surgery,
Mhm.
I took off my entire surgery, like the first 6 weeks, because
Mhm.
I had somebody driving for me and everything, and I'm a stomach sleeper, so it was easy for me. So I didn't need a cushion, but I would definitely look that up
Right.
for sure.
I'll look that up as well.
Yeah,
I didn't wear an ab board. I mean a backboard. I'm gonna be honest. I only wore the front.
because the ab board mine moves up and down. I don't know
The
why.
back one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
they
never
move.
wore that. I never cared for that. But the front part, I still wear it because it helps that compression right there.
Because you laying straight down on it,
Yep.
it's gonna flatten it. Do we have any questions? Okay, so we'll keep going, I guess. All right.
Right, because they loving this.
I'm like, girl, part two is gonna have to be on a Zoom. And you got
Right, okay. What? Look, we're gonna talk after this live. So I'm having a birthday class. I
okay,
think you should join me. So you're in the post-op, like I think you should join me, and we should probably get someone on the business side. So we'll
okay.
talk about it. Because I want to do a really big one for my birthday. And of course we're gonna charge y'all, but it's gonna be good information, that you really, really need.
That
And
you
a
really
lot of
need.
people, they have opened their spas already. I noticed that a lot of people are open. I should have put on some mascara. These lashes are so low. But I
They look
noticed a
good,
lot of
girl.
people have opened their spas, but they need help with the setup. They need help with the marketing. So I definitely want to focus on that. Like we have probably trained all y'all on the body sculpting already. So it's time for y'all, to set up and know how to set up. Get good equipment. I hate cheap equipment, y'all. That's my pet peeve. If you're gonna do it, I want you to do it right.
Do
Like
it
don't
right
just
and get you some good equipment.
right.
Especially if you're making the money for it, get you some good equipment.
Right. Especially if you want to see
Yeah.
results. You want them to come back, use good, spend some money. Not saying just buy no $10,000 machine, but y'all be buying $300 machines. Just buy something, 2,000, 1,200, something that's going to get them their results.
Faster, because what
Yeah.
people understand is when you get good machines, you don't have to work as hard as when you get a cheaper machine.
Exactly.
And you can charge more because you have this machine that's going to give you faster results, and you're
Exactly.
going to somebody, and it just keeps the train going. It
Right.
keeps it going at all times. So I definitely agree with that.
Yes.
Sorry, y'all, my sinus is acting up.
Oh.
Girl,
It's pollen all outside.
They are shot.
It's terrible.
Okay, so why do you think? Oh, this is a good one.
Okay.
A little bit more to it.
Okay.
So why do you think it's important for women to be trained properly in body contouring instead of being trained on YouTube, or instead of people being trained, you see them take a class and then 2 weeks later they take a class? So why do you think it's important to be properly trained?
Okay, let me start on the last question, because like you said, y'all will take, oh my, look, you're gonna have me on here all night. So it's like a whole breakdown with that. Some stuff I feel like is meant for certain people. Some stuff ain't meant for everybody. Now, for one, let's say you go to Crystal class and then you come to Dream Body and you like, they didn't teach me nothing and you did. And then I'm like, okay, well, we're gonna help you. You leave, you said you had a good class, and then I see somebody else and you on their page with a certificate and you done learn, like you going train the trainer. Sometimes it's not the instructor. Sometimes, everything not meant for everybody. No, okay. 1 second. No matter how, good the training is, everything not meant for everybody. You just gotta not, find your lane. People tend to see us doing it and they're like, oh, that looks fun and so forth, but it's not for everybody. However, when you are getting training, a couple things I want to tell y'all to look for. First, look for how long they've been doing it, for one. Look, make sure they've been doing. How long you been sitting here? Come get this baby. If you don't come get her some cookies, he's sitting on the couch. Devil in there. Go.
Girl, I had to come downstairs when my baby is up. I said,
he's sitting on the couch. I didn't know he was here, and she right here nagging me. But yes, make sure they're using the proper machines. And And it's so important. Make sure people are making money off of the body sculpting. You know, some
Yes.
people strictly make money off of teeth.
Okay.
Hold on, let me adjust. But okay, there it is. Okay, but yeah, when it comes to, you know, make sure it's for you before you even get training. Make sure it's for you. Do your research. Of course, YouTube teach you just the basic or whatever, but you need real training. You need to be in a facility. That's why y'all don't see me do too many online classes. Like I'll do one, like I told her, when we do the online class, it's for people who kind of already know what they're doing, but need to know the marketing, the setup, and so forth. But learn the technique on YouTube, no, like it's not possible because they come in for training and they're hands on, but they still need, you know, more training. They have to go hours and hours. That's why we make sure it's a hands on course, because you got to keep going, you know, until you get it. So
and you got to feel the
learn
muscles. You got to imagine the body with no skin on it. You got to think about. You got to visualize it.
Right.
And people, like, I do online classes, but I prefer them to come in-house because I need you to feel it. I need you to feel cellulite. I need you to understand the cellulite.
Exactly.
So I agree with you with that. And as far as like when people just not getting trained properly, it kind of puts the industry in a bad situation.
And people like me and Crystal, we really care. Like, we really care about the industry. We know it's going to be around for a long time. So I like, you know, when we can come together and, you know, teach y'all the proper way, because we like to keep it up. Like, if you think of body sculpting, it would be ideal for people to say, oh, that's an expensive surgery. I mean, that's a expensive service. You know, we would want to keep it professional and, you know, known as something that's like a luxury. So, you know, it helps us to help y'all to build yourself up. We don't want you just throwing together anything. We don't want you doing butt lifts on the couch. We don't want you just doing anything, you know, so.
Because it waters down the industry. And us just as, you know, minorities, I feel like it needs to look good. It needs to have high standards because, I mean, it's just real talk. People will come to you and think it's going to be a low standard just because of whatever they feel.
Exactly.
It's not. It's not. Always go to your spot. It's an experience. When people come, it's an experience. So let's not water it down. Let's keep it elevated. That's really how I feel about that. And if you don't want to spend the money on the training, finance it, or when you spend the money, you're gonna make your money back. Ask your trainer all the questions that you need to ask them.
Yeah.
I feel like that.
One thing I really love that she said, when it comes to us, when I first started, y'all, like I said, it was nobody doing it in Atlanta. And when I first started, I didn't want people to know it's like I would post myself every now and then, but I didn't want people to know a black girl owned my spa, because to me, it was unheard of. I didn't know, you know, a lot of people, black women who had spas and stuff. So I was learning on my own. I didn't have no mentorship. I didn't have no one who could show me the ropes to, you know, try to figure it out. So I'm like, I want people to think an old white man on this. That's how I started.
Absolutely.
That's why to other people, they would think it was this big company, and they'll meet me like, you the owner? And I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm the owner. And I was like 22, 23, 24, you know, at the time. So it was a lot on me. And I had, like I said, I had a lot of hiccups, but I felt like people wasn't going to take to a black girl doing it. So that's why when people, I did the spa conference, y'all, and I was up there about to cry because I really wanted to get out, but I have anxiety. I couldn't even sit up there alone. But it's like, I really wanted them to know how proud I was, because it's like black women are really doing it. Like, I wish people knew what I felt when I had started. When I started, I'm like, who's gonna want a black girl, you know, doing a spa? And when I was in school, it was all Spanish. I was the only black girl.
And I'm telling you, a lot of black, I don't care what people say, but I know you started, and I may know of one other girl that was doing it, but I don't know anybody that had no body contour studio like that.
Nobody had.
Personally, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. So
that's what I say. I don't know any. Like, I knew Laser Me Please. Me and her started at the same time. We were cool in Miami, but she was doing laser, and she's more advanced in the medical field.
Right.
But other just body sculpting, no.
I don't know. So I'm gonna give you your flowers on that. I honestly don't know. I don't know. If
Thank
you
you.
guys know
It's
someone,
hard, wearing that hat, because it's like, honestly, I just want to be another successful business. I don't be too much wanting that because I be thinking people gonna think, well, shouldn't you be further? Stuff like that. I kind of beat myself up because I had my baby. I'm like, okay, I should be further. So I'm like, when you look at my business, it's just another body sculpting, but it's professional, it's laid out good.
But to be honest with you, when I look at that, it's like nobody knows how much money you make. So I don't give a damn on how many.
We make a lot of money.
I don't care how many damn studios I own, girl. This one studio is making me millions. I don't think like.
I would like to be doing lipo by now, like that. I would like to hire someone to do lipo. Like, that's my ultimate goal. So
it's gonna happen. I mean, you own a recovery house and your studio, so I feel like
that's definitely next, because these doctors have rubbed me the wrong way. I seen my doctor friend today. I hope he don't hear because I'm talking mess, but I was having lunch on when he was there. And I'm like, I don't even want to speak, because when I opened my recovery house, I just thought it would be received better, with somebody who really puts in work in the industry, and I literally care about people. Like, I really wanted to open something to make sure they have good care. And some doctors was like, oh, well, I have my own recovery house. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then another, like, just asking me all these questions. Well, who's the head of it? Do you need somebody signed for? Just all type of weird energy I receive, but one thing about Instagram, people are going to come to you automatically. You don't always have to have the doctor referrals. Goals is really good. Goals send a lot of people to me. They're actually sending their girls for me to train them.
That's good.
It's good. But I'm like, y'all just trying to knock me out the boat so y'all can keep y'all clients. But it's cool, because I'm like, I feel like God pushing me to find my own doctor, You gonna
get a doctor, one of them up and coming doctors.
Right. But he need to be good, he or she.
Yeah, because you can't have nobody that's not.
Girl, look, they ain't finna mess up Dream Body Day.
Girl, because they
now we known for bad lipo.
No bad lipo. So I think that will work. I think that's a good tier. And for y'all that's on here, I mean, you see how she talked about she started from opening her studio, thinking about opening it, to now she's trying to hire a doctor to do lipo.
Right. It's levels. It's always, this is a field that it's always levels to. Like, I know I have my esthetician license. I know Crystal has hers.
Yeah.
It's always things you can do and grow in this field. It's not just, okay, I'm doing body, like I was just doing body wraps, and then I did the non-surgical, and then we added the post-op. Like, you're gonna keep growing in this field.
You're gonna keep growing, and you just have to be ready for it, and you have to have everything in place: your money, your credit, your staff, your whatever. Like, there's levels to it. It's the beginning tier, the medium, the premium.
Right.
Don't do the beginning and then jump to the premium, girl.
And we definitely premium, because we done put in a lot of work, y'all.
You done put in some years. Like, we premium now. It's some years. Let's see. What questions do we have? How do you get your clients to post and make reviews? You have to ask them.
You gotta ask them.
You have to ask them, and you have to have your service so good where they don't care about leaving a review.
Right. Yep. Most of the good ones, it's like sometimes you only get a review when they had a bad experience. But when they have a good one, they're not quick to just go leave reviews, unless it's what they do and unless you ask. So, and
get it while they're there. Me, everybody knows me. I'm going to get, hey girl, leave a review. Hey girl, why you there? Because you'll forget.
Right.
Okay, another question. We're almost done, ladies. We just have 2 more questions, but
they done got some good gems tonight, and y'all can ask whatever you want to ask.
Also,
back to the hiring, I just want to say really, really quick.
Yes.
Don't hire off of Instagram. You're more likely to get people who want to open a business, and they're like, okay, I'm just go there and work. I will go on Indeed, get people off Indeed. Those are where I get, the best people. Make sure they have their license. Especially if you ain't went and got your license, make sure you hire somebody with license. There's no point of just hiring somebody random. make sure you pay them well. You know, that plays a really big part. If they and try to do it to where they don't really see what you're making. Sometimes if they're selling the packages, they can't help but see. But it saves you a lot of headache if people can't see what you're making. Even if you have somebody shipping your product, try to keep that as secretive as possible, even if it takes time for you to sit down and figure that out. Like,
Yes.
labels, you do the rest or something, because that's what kind of causes that, the mix up or whatever. Because at the end of the day, if you working at a big company, you might see what they made that day, or you might see that and so forth, but you don't know what they cleared that month, that week, or nothing like that. So,
and indeed, that they're looking for a job. Instagram people, they may be looking for a job, but they also want to have a business like you. Indeed, they're looking for a job.
Exactly.
Those are people that have resumes. Instagram, they may, but they want to do what you do.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad you said that. Y'all treat your business like it's a real business.
That's the main part. Make them sign NDAs.
Yes.
One thing about this, y'all, it's not a blueprint to this. If I open up a Checkers, it's a whole blueprint to it. Even if I open up a hair salon, everybody know how a hair salon go. You open it up, you rent out the chairs, boom, you got a whole hair salon. When it comes to body sculpting, a lot of people don't know. Do I pay them hourly? Do I pay them by client? But when you're paying them by client, let's say they sell a package, each time they come, you're pinching off of money, and that's already paid for. So my suggestion is pay them hourly. Make sure they get tips. Most of our girls get tips. Leave an option on the register for that. And like I said, I like to pay hourly, and pay them fair. Just see how much you're clearing that week. And also the packages, I give bonuses for packages. Sell a package, I'll give you a bonus. Have some set, numbers. How many packages did you sell? Did you sell 10 for 500? What did you sell? And then you'll get your tips off of that. And like I said, hourly. A lot of people ask, how do I pay them? I would say hourly, because when you're selling packages, you don't want to be pinching off every time they come. So
because when you start pinching off the packages, it lowers what you're making.
Exactly.
It completely lowers it.
And it's no blueprint. A lot of people, and y'all got us. I didn't have nobody. I used to feel like I was going crazy, because I'm like, what if this happened? Like when I first got my first bad review, I'm like, who do I talk to about this? I used to get so angry, and I would harass the people, calling them, can you delete it? And then y'all know what helped me? I went to every top business in Atlanta, like the people doing their thing. And I'm like, their reviews look like mine, and I'm like, I know I'm a good business owner. I know I try my best, but everybody not going to be satisfied, especially when you're popular on Instagram. People will come to you just to downplay it, just to say they ain't all that. Or, I've even had somebody tell me, oh, everything was good. The people was nice, this and that. It's just not what I thought. Like, what did you think?
What did you think it was going to be? Or they come to see what you're doing.
What you're doing, yeah. So you got to, be mindful of that. Like, don't beat yourself up. And like I said, I'm here, Crystal here. We'll help you. Long as you ain't bugging us and, being extra, we open you. Like, you feel like, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to turn. Or when some stuff happen, like say you do a butt cup and they get blisters or something, and you like, oh my God, I'm gonna get sued. Reach out. We'll tell you what to do. Put aloe vera, put cold. We'll tell you what to
do. And I'm glad that you hired so many people. Well, so if somebody comes in and they don't do right in your business, it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah, and it used to have me thinking, oh, I'm too nice, or maybe it's me, or no, it's just, it is how it is. Everybody, if you notice, everyone has the same problem. So
everybody has the same problem. So block somebody. Let's see. What was your questions? It's a lot of them coming in. So let me see.
Okay, you got to read them because they stopped coming in from me. My live always do that.
When you hire someone, should you go commission-based? If yes, what's the percentage? Hourly, because when you do commission, you're pitching off.
Yeah.
I have multiple clients who love the service but don't want people to know they have had surgery. That's fine, as long as you servicing them.
That's everybody.
Yeah, okay. That is okay. Let's see. She said a suite, a storefront, or home spa will start out. I don't say home spa. I don't want all them energies where I lay my head.
Exactly. And you can get a small suite for a cheaper price, but it just depends on your budget. If you can afford a storefront, get that so you won't have to
Yeah.
rely on Instagram. You can get walk-in traffic. But if you can't afford that right now, just start with a suite.
Just start with a suite, but no, do know this: when you guys get a suite, you need to have it like you need to mentally think like, who's going to help mentor me, or let me speak with my trainer, because you don't want to be working to
Hmm.
just pay your rent.
Exactly.
You want to be working to see the profit and to pay your rent. That's what I tell my girls.
Hmm.
Makes sense. It don't make sense if you do a package and you're like, oh my God, okay, I gotta make enough money to pay my suite rent. But
That's
girl,
terrible.
that didn't make sense, sis. That didn't make sense.
You don't go into business to go through that, and be mindful of your money. Like I
Yeah.
used to I stopped telling my life story, in my classes, because I used to get real personal till I found out, everybody not here because they just want to take your class. They just, some
No.
people like, I want to take over your shit, so I
Absolutely.
stopped being so open, but manage your money, like I used to tell my students, like when I first started, I bought a G-Wagon cash, like I did all type of
Oh, that's
stuff, like
it.
Look, I did all type of stuff, and I had to learn. I was really young. So be mindful. If you don't know about business, take a business class. Get your taxes in order. That will look out for you later. When people used to tell me about taxes, I didn't care. I'm like, I want all cash. I'm not paying this. And then after I had made like well over a couple $100,000, I couldn't buy a house unless I would have paid it out. Credit jacked up. I had just made a
Yeah.
big purchase. I couldn't do nothing. So when I tell you, be mindful, be building your credit, be building your business credit, your personal and your business at the same time. Pay yourself. Like get on like paychecks, payroll corp. It's a lot of people you
Pay
pay
yourself.
yourself. And then when those taxes come around, even if you still owe some, you're not gonna owe as much as you think. Like when I started paying myself, even the taxes that I slipped up and didn't pay, and by the time I looked at my personal, I had paid myself so much, it took it out for me, and I was good.
That's good.
So pay
That's
yourself.
good. I hope y'all hear these gems, because CEO Talk is to help you get a bigger bag.
Right.
Gems to
I
help you
didn't
get a
know
bigger
this.
bag.
When I started, y'all, I didn't know none of this. I'm just making money. When I first started, it's just money flowing everywhere. I'm just enjoying life. And then by like my third year is when I said, okay, let's figure this out.
Let's make this, and I tell people, make sure you have a business and not a hobby. A
Yeah,
business is where you pay taxes and where you have something to stand on. It's a foundation.
yes.
You have a hobby, it could just go any type of way.
Like you said, you'll look up you working to pay your rent. Like that's terrible.
That is terrible.
I would
That is
close down.
that is terrible. And a lot of people are like, let's see, do you have to obtain an esthetician license to do offer the services? Now, what services are you talking about? Because in certain states it's different. Body contouring, I mean, I encourage you guys to get a license.
Yeah.
I'm gonna encourage that.
And you need to know, have some background of something, because you need
Yeah,
to know about touching the skin, the body. When you go to aesthetic school, it's the study of the skin, so it's gonna show you, okay, that looks like herpes, or that, you might think it's just a bump, and you putting cups over stuff you don't supposed to put it on, the butt cups, or doing caviar. It's like if you have some type of background, some type of education, then you will know what to look for on the body.
absolutely. And it makes sense. You guys are dealing with machines that's going on the skin, that's going penetrating down into the organs, into the layers of skin. If you have no idea about that, you need to hire somebody that does. Because
Exactly.
people will sue you.
Yep.
I hope y'all understand. You will get sued in this industry. I don't care how non-invasive this is, you will get sued.
Hmm.
So always remember that, especially if you guys are trying to jump into post-op. These clients are coming off their skin, very sensitive. They have just had fat injected into their butt and from their actual stomach, their abdomen area. Be
And
mindful,
get insurance. Insurance is really important. You can get
please.
very affordable insurance. When you do go for insurance, do not mention laser. Later,
No,
they're gonna think you're doing liposuction, but get some type of insurance. We've had someone get lipo and had a lipo burn, and had her lawyers or whatever reach out to us to sue our insurance because they said we burnt them. And of course we didn't. It was just a lipo burn. So that's just an example how deep things can get. But we have a lawyer on staff. I've been had one for years. So I have a lawyer that told the insurance this is that it was done with. So have a team, you know.
Have a team, have a backup, have somebody that's helping you. You cannot do it all by yourself.
And it'll come in handy. You'll think, oh, I'm paying a retainer, or I'm doing this and that, and then boom, this is what I'm paying you for, you know.
Cause somebody come, she did this, girl. I don't even know you. Look, I don't even know you.
Yeah, they be crazy. I'm telling you.
Girl, it gets real sticky in this situation. That's why I tell people body contouring. I'm gonna use an example how lashes. People think, oh, I'm getting lashes because everybody's doing it. If you glue somebody's eyes shut, or if somebody is working at your spa, you say, hey, girl, I'm going to lunch. And then let's say Miss Denise come in and she want her lashes done, and you done train little Keisha on lashes. So Keisha think I can do lashes. She glues Miss Denise's eyes shut. Now you're getting sued. Stop hiring people that are not insured themselves.
Treat it, like she said, treat your business like a big, what I've always treated my business like a big company. That's how I've always looked. I never tried to, you know, treat it like a small company. Like I tried to, you know, always treat it like a big company, do everything right to the best of my abilities. Like it's not saying everything gonna go right, but I've always tried to treat it that way. So when stuff happens, you know, I can handle it. I try to be professional as possible. Like she said, don't try to work to pay your bills, or don't look at it as something. Look at it as I'm really opening something to create generational wealth for my kids, their kids, and so forth. I want this to be around for a long time. So take the steps for it to be around for, you know, a long time. Get, like I said, get good reviews, post, you know, nice, clean things, post befores and afters. When your clients leave a couple months later, call them back. How was your service? And so forth. Clients, you know, as your clients, you got to really move like a business owner, because it's not easy. Even in the beginning, it just depends. Like me, when I started, I made so much, I was able to kind of maneuver
around it.
And then I had to learn, okay, you know, this not how you run a business, you know, and I had to slow it down, and I had time to slow it down, keep the people coming, and, you know, but you might not get that chance. You can't be wilding, and then
you might not get that chance.
You know,
might not get it. So please just
business.
Treat it like a real business. So Miki, my question to you is, why do you think it's important for women to become CEOs? I always ask you ladies this, because you know, we're women. So why do you think it's important for women just to own a business?
Because we can't depend on nobody else.
Hello.
You even if you got somebody that got you, you still, you know, want your own. You know, you just never know. I was always raised that I can't depend on nobody. I've always, you know, depended on myself. Anybody that comes into my life is just extra. So you just, you know, you got to do it for your kids. You got to do it for yourself. And, you know, just keep your passion. Like, this is, you know, very passionate for both of us and a lot of people in this field. Keep your passion going. You just never know. Like, let's say you get married, your husband go through a hard time, but you got this empire over here. You know, you can help him get on his feet. You just never know. So
you never know. And
it's very important.
Everybody cannot be a CEO.
That's true.
Some people have to be a right hand to the CEO. Or they have to be employees.
Exactly.
So it takes a lot to be a CEO.
Right. And know your position. Like, it's know your position. Even as a business owner, I know what's good, what I can do. Like the bookkeeping. Oh, excuse me. Gotta hire somebody for that. Doing the clients, I'm tired of doing that. Gotta hire somebody for that. Sitting on the phone, hate doing it. Gotta, you know, hire somebody for that.
Hire somebody.
Marketing, I'm a beast with it. I can do my own flyers. I can do my own Instagram. I can do, you know, so forth. So I'm good at that. You know, pick your position and say, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and hire people, you know, to work the other positions. You cannot do everything. Like, you absolutely cannot.
We have a couple of questions.
Oh,
So I have a question here. Let's see. How do you treat your business like a big business? Does that mean hiring help and not trying to do it yourself? Um, I mean, I definitely say treat it like a big business. You have to hire people.
and when it says treated like a big, it's like also it's like I don't know how to say, like it's also like a mental thing. When it comes to my business, I set it up to even when I first started, like I got the phone lines. I made sure I never worked in my home. I
Yeah,
never, that's one example. Like when you say, okay, can I start in my apartment or can I? That's not treating it like a big business. Treat it like an actual company. You get your LLC, you get your EIN, you get your business license, you get your register, your computer. Well, you don't. I won't want you to do all the computer and stuff, but at least get your phone line so you can start, establishing that because that's important when you go to building your business credit and stuff. Get your reception desk. It doesn't mean you gotta hire all these people, but at least when they walk in, they're not walking into an apartment. That's your first step of treating your business like a big business. It's not saying I gotta get this big old spa or I gotta hire 10 people. That's not treating it like a big business. It's
that's
like even get on your phones, like I said, even if you do somebody's service yourself and then you go call them, hey, how was your service? Do you mind leaving me a review? Did it? That's treating it, like a big business. That's
like big business.
yeah.
Bella Rose, hey girl.
Hey, girl, I can't see nothing.
You date. So that Bella Rose
Mine
said,
stopped
hey
loading.
ladies, my bosses. Hey
Hey,
girl. So
are you in town? Well, I can't see it.
I'll tell you if she's saying, let me see. Well, the other question that we have before we wrap it up tonight.
It was so good.
Oh, this was
And if you, like
amazing.
I said, Crystal, if you want to do it again, you just have to set it up because y'all, I'm not good with all this. Like I try to do live, and then I'm like, yeah, we coming back next week, and we don't never do it. So
Girl, I'm gonna
if
look.
you
I'm
set
gonna
it
set
up,
it.
I'm here.
I'm gonna set it up. Okay. I'm gonna
Okay.
set. This time it's going to be in a Zoom. Very good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be controlled.
And this way we can be inside the spa. She can be in her spa, I can be in mine, and we can show you the setup. We can show you the machines.
Yeah.
She can introduce you to a lot of like Cali Columbia vendors and stuff,
Yeah.
and I can introduce you, to my vendors on what I use with the machines and so forth. I can teach you a lot about the products. That's something that I kind of want everyone to get into. You just gotta look at how many people are on Instagram. It's millions and millions. Is it billions or is it
It's
millions?
a lot, and everybody can make some money.
It's a lot of money.
Everybody can make some money, but your experience in selling. I sell products. I'm trying to push it more, but you really sell your products.
Thank you. When I saw how much money was in it, I sell them.
Girl,
You
I
never
think
know, y'all. They can get into the right hands, y'all. You just never know. You just gotta be praying and stay focused. Oh,
stay
and billions
focused.
of it's over 1 billion people on Instagram, y'all.
A
So
billion.
that's how many people your products are exposed to, and like I said, like you can blow up overnight. Like I just had someone who did really good with my pills, posted before and afters,
Yeah.
made 10,000 in one day. Like just by them posting a photo of my product. Before that, it was slow. I'll be honest, it was slow. We're making maybe 300 a day, 1,000 sometimes,
Yeah.
even sometimes. Yes. But just by somebody posting it and saying, okay, these are good products, it blew up in one day. So you never
Never
know.
know. You never know. You never
That's
know.
real.
That's why you gotta stay consistent. Because nobody will ever know that you have slow days. Of course, we're in business, so we know that, but nobody
Right.
really knows.
But no, I want to tell y'all that I don't want people looking, at other people like, oh, you're doing so great and da. No, we doing really great, but we have our days, like every day is not no $1 million day. I promise you.
That's where that content, the products, all
Mhm.
of that comes into place. Your
Right.
email list, your text list,
Right.
all of
And
that.
everybody's human. Like I think a lot of ways people look at me is how I looked at people who was doing better than me or bigger brands than me, and to be around them and I'm doing just as good as them. That made me feel good. Not to say that they were, you know, on a lower level, but just to say, okay, I'm not doing as bad as I think, you know,
Yeah.
like we in the same market, you know, like
We in
it's,
the
you
same
know,
field. We in the same
right.
field.
It's money out here. You just gotta know how to make it. You gotta know how to market. Like everybody's human. You know, like I said, I've had $100 days, I had $10,000 days. I've had days, you know, so
You've had the day.
yeah, you just gotta market, do your thing, and we can teach y'all, you know, as far as the marketing.
We can't
It
like
ain't that
that. I'm
hard.
ready for this Zoom. Oh, girl, we ready for you too, hon. We ready for you too, sis. So, Mickey, I think you told us about your business, but tell us about your classes. Like,
Okay.
just leave us just tell us more about it, what you want people to do, your website, all of that.
Okay, so we have the of course we have the body sculpting, teeth whitening, post-op, B-steam. You can either book online or you can book in person. I always recommend the in-person classes, of course. Of course, we have the recovery house that you all can also stay in, as long as it's not booked. You know, you can stay there to if you're flying in and take your class, but we have a curriculum. We've kind of had the same curriculum since we opened. We do the check-in and then we go to do to do the marketing, the business, the license process. We go over everything and then we dip into the hands-on. The hands-on can take anywhere from 3 hours to 8 hours because we're making sure you're scoped until you get it. You're practicing on other students. You're practicing on each other. Like, you know, you're really getting it. You're really soaking it up. Even after the class, we're here to help you. We also have a vendor book, of course, but
Right.
even class, we're here to help you and, you know, go over things. We have the Spa Girls group. Like I said, I'm not always active, but the girls that are in the group, they're active. So if you have a question, someone will definitely answer it for you. If I see it, I'll answer it. Even after the class, you can send us DMs or, you know, we're here to help you. We're here to help you build. Anybody that take my class, I never want you playing small. Like, if you're going to do it, do it. If you're
Absolutely.
gonna open your business, we want you to open the most beautiful spa ever. You know, so we're gonna help you really win. And that's the goal with us. It's not just okay, teach you, you gon' no, it's the when you open, we wanna see your spa. We wanna be like, we taught her and that's how body sculpting spas look. We're real spas, you know, we're not just a little business, you know, like we are real spas, just as good as the med spas that's been around for years and years. So that's the goal.
That's the goal. So what's that? Can anyone join the Spa Girls group?
Yes, that's what somebody asked.
Yep.
Oh yes, anybody can join. We're thinking about starting another group for, you know, just our students so we can drop more gems. But yes, anybody can join. It's mainly body sculptors in there, but I noticed it's some really seasoned people in there, like nurses who have had their business for a while that ask for help and sometimes just simply help others. So it's a really good group. It's mixed with people who are just starting and people who have been doing it a really long time. So
It's amazing. Well, girl, you dropped some gems. I am so happy that you came.
well, thank you for having me.
I appreciate
You know, I
the
love
gems.
the community. That's really important. I know
You
I'm
know,
short on time, so I can't always help like I need to, but you know.
but you dropped some gems. Like looking at the
Mhm.
comments, you really dropped some gems. And I just wanted the ladies to be on here to know that two bosses can come together and drop
Right,
gems and to inspire each other and to uplift each other. So
right.
that's the same vision for tonight's live.
Mhm.
I hope you guys, come back.
They're gonna come back. Yes.
Come back.
So
Come back.
we're gonna plan this Zoom. So I already was planning it for like around May, but I would love to have Crystal in it.
Yeah, thank
We
you.
bring, you know, one or two more people in it. We'll chat, we'll see. But the goal is for you to learn not just the body sculpting, because most people are past that, you know, learn the
Yeah,
body sculpting. So let's get your spot open. Let's find you some equipment. When you go to order your equipment, let's make sure you have your EIN so you can open a Uline and you're paying
yes,
credit, you're building your business credit. Let's make sure you have a landline. A lot of people working off a cell phone. You need to have a landline. Even if you transfer it to your cell phone, you need to have a landline because this is what it establishes your business. Even when you go to
yes,
get credit cards or anything in your business name, Oh, they're gonna be like, oh, a cell phone. You know, do you have a landline? Like little stuff like that is
It's
important.
important. A lot of people don't know that. Let's help you guys build a foundation and then help you excel. It's like y'all know I love my tiers. The
Right.
beginning, the medium, and
Right.
premium. Don't
We're trying to get you to premium, okay? Let's pull you up, y'all, because y'all come up, we all come up. It's enough money. He just shows y'all it's billions of people on Instagram.
billions. He just
It's no such
that
thing
shit.
as competition. Competition is such an illusion. Like, oh, well, they got this and that. It's an illusion. Look how many people. We can't do nowhere near that many people. So
Nowhere near it. Nowhere near it. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you, girl.
You save this. Can you send? Will you be able to send it to me?
I don't know. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna save it for sure, and I'm gonna try to send it to you. I know I'm gonna tag you in it, so you'll be able to see it. But I'm gonna try to send it and just kind of download it, and I'll send it.
Okay, so we'll talk soon about the class.
Girl, yes, I'm excited. I'm excited, and everybody.
I can't wait. And when is your next Colombian trip? You didn't say nothing. You didn't say the date. You don't have it yet.
So I'm going in April, and then I know I'm doing one in June. I'm helping one of my students. So my goal for Colombia is for you guys to do your own thing. Later on, and I want to travel around Colombia. I'm only going to Bogota, so it's so many other places to go.
Right.
So I'm trying to do that. But after
that's really big, y'all. That's really big.
Girl, come on. Look,
I'm going with you. I was gonna go with a group I had got invited with, but then I seen you posted. I'm like, I'm going with the black people, you know.
Listen. We'll talk after this.
So, yeah.
We'll talk. But y'all, thank you guys. I'm gonna save this live for you guys that joined in late. And we, you know what I'm saying? All my body couture girls, just keep it going. Be elevated, be inspired. People say
keep
their
going.
business.
Yes, everybody human. Like
everybody.
Social media make people look superhuman. You know, we're all the same. We just don't stop. Like that's the thing. We go through all these different things, but what makes you different is not stopping. You know,
not stopping. And people be like, "Oh, I'm tired of my business, girl. You're just not inspired anymore."
You just find something else to do then. You know, if you know.
You're not inspired, so thank you guys.
Something else.
Thank you guys.
All right. Good night.
Good night. Stay tuned. Talk to you guys later.